In what ways could an accountability metric influence your ability to overcome obstacles that you anticipate facing in the future? That's the question that we ask in today's Earning Freedom Daily Journal. Today is January the 10th, 2021. It is now 9:13 in the morning on a Sunday morning. I've been working at this desk since, I would say, probably around 4 o'clock in the morning, just building and building and building to answer questions just like I asked you. In what ways could an accountability metric influence your ability to overcome obstacles in the future? Some of the obstacles that I am trying to do is help people who are going through struggle reach their highest potential. And we do that, of course, through our websites at either prisonprofessors.com or at compliancemitigation.com. And that requires us to create new content every single day. It's the only way I can be authentic and show people I'm not asking anybody to do anything that I am not doing. But I want you to be thinking about what can you be doing. And the best way for me to give you an example is to show you specifically what are we doing? What is our team doing? Well, we look at some big social problems, and the one that we're concerned with a lot, you'll see I'm going to move the screen over as I always do on these daily journals and just show you we frequently look at the Department of Justice's website, and we can click on the news right here and just scroll down this press release, this series of press releases, and we can see how many people get wrapped up into the judicial system, many of them not knowing how their decisions today could bring them into this type of a predicament, this situation, which can be really life-changing. Now, of course, a lot of people may be making decisions from a position that they're going to start off with deceitful intentions or nefarious intentions. But there, of course, are many more that get caught up because of the current events, and they're not really thinking things through, as we just experienced in Washington, D.C. So I'm a big believer that if a person can define success, if a person can really document the strategy they're going to pursue, and if a person then creates tools, tactics, and resources, they are much better equipped to hold themselves in alignment. And that's what I'm going to show you today of what I've been working on all day today. One of them is preparing this big document for the Internal Revenue Service, which, as you can see, is the start of the new Prison Professors Charitable Corporation. It's a nonprofit. And because of this nonprofit, you see it's rather extensive, where I'm, just kind of giving you the background on all the different ways that we are going to work. This is going to help me solve a problem. It's going to help me solve a problem of giving away information to people who are indigent, because we get a lot of letters. In fact, here's a letter right here from the California Correctional Institution, California Department of Corrections. I haven't even opened it yet. We get a lot of these letters from people in jail and prison. These people have an opportunity to access our content and our courses, but I'm going to open it right now in front of you and see what it says. Is that all it is in there? Yeah, that's all there is. I could probably grab my glasses, and it says, Michael, I saw your videos on our Stack channel here. I'm very impressed. I'd like to correspond with you a bit, but I wanted to make sure your address was still accurate before writing you a longer letter. Please tell me, let me know. So, we get, hundreds of these letters, and a lot of times they're asking for copies of our books, and we've got a lot of books and a lot of courses and a lot of resources that we try to give away. But obviously, I don't have the financial resources to do it using my own money. I've given away quite a bit, but I would like to give away more. And so in order to do that, I need to solve a problem. And this is what it takes to solve a problem, what I'm showing you on the screen right here. This is all the work that I have to write out and document in order to start a nonprofit. Everything is really clearly documented, and we show how we're going to operate. How will the business operate? So in the Internal Revenue Service documents, we make it very clear that although we're a nonprofit and we're going to have to work, nobody's going to get paid for this work. All this nonprofit is going to do is generate resources from individuals and from corporations that will provide us money to buy these books so that we can send them to people in prison, covering the costs of postage and everything. And we can distribute them without charge to people in jail and prison. And so, I've got my role there as a CEO director, a couple of board members, and those board members are going to have the responsibility of helping me grow this nonprofit so that we can have a bigger impact. But you can see how much work goes into it of creating all of these documents. I think I also have here, I think I opened up here also the, what do you call it? The articles of incorporation, curriculum, statement of income, writing. Is that it right there? Yeah. So I've got the articles of incorporation here. Unanimous consent. This is how the directors meet. It gives all the information that we have here for starting our nonprofit. And then we submit it we've already submitted it to the Internal Revenue Service to get our EIN number. Now we have to get authorization to begin receiving money without that is tax deductible. So all of this, we just submitted all this information. It's the second portion of the program is going into the IRS right now, and it's really important for me to put this together, because I want to solve this problem that I wrote about here in my daily journal. The daily journal says it tasks me with, in what ways could an accountability metric influence your ability to overcome obstacles in the future? Well, I know, or I believe, that our nation's commitment to mass incarceration results in people serving sentences that are far too long, and they're serving sentences in jails and prisons all across America. A lot of them live without hope, particularly during this quarantine era. I want to provide them with more resources, but I can't afford it. So that's a problem that I have. In order to solve the problem, I've got to document the journey of what I am doing. So not only do we have to write the books and write the content, then we've got to go out and raise money, and so that we can get other people to help us pay to distribute this content, so that we can get it into the hands of people who might need or might benefit from that inspiration and hope. But that's the work that I do. What is the work that you are doing? What is the work that you are doing to position yourself for a more successful journey going forward? If you're right now, we're on January the 10th of 2021. We're 10 days into the new year. I think this is about the time that people start dropping off their New Year's resolutions. And my goal is going to be to show you why you can't do that, why you've got to be focused on building your life, why you've got to be focused on how are my decisions today related to what I want to build or achieve in the weeks, months, years ahead. The more thought you give to that, to those goals, the more likely, or the more you're going to advance your candidacy for success. But simultaneously, the better off you're going to be at lessening your problems in the future. You can see how I'm not only doing that in a nonprofit venture, but right here, I've been working on, since this morning, laying this out on my new for-profit venture, where I'm really mapping out how will my business-to-business strategy work in providing this service to corporate America. So in this document, you see I'm doing the same thing. I'm holding myself accountable, trying to articulate, well, what's the purpose of this business? Well, we create compliance training and messaging systems to protect business owners against government investigations and internal fraud. We offer mitigation services to limit exposure to white-collar crime charges. And we do that by offering 4 products. So say I try to get really specific here. Compliance 101 is a monthly subscription model, risk assessment tools, corporate messaging, ongoing compliance. And I map it all out. How will this work? What's the benefit the customer is going to get? What are the features of our products? What does our customer profile look like? What is the description of the different products that we sell to corporate America? So all of this doesn't happen by accident. It happens because I create these accountability metrics and I say, this is what I'm going to create. And then I show people what it will look like if they hire us. And then I can, show them the same thing here. Say, look, this is what we have. These are the in-depth tools that we create for us to really document our processes and lead a very transparent organization, this is what we want to do for you. We want to build these process flows and help everybody, all stakeholders, understand what you do and show how you manage it. All of that is our process. And so we provide this as a service for our customers, who are generally businesses that have between $2 million and $100 million in annual revenues. And we build this model for them. So all of this is I couldn't do that if I didn't really crystallize my daily goals of what do I have to achieve every day. And I work every day. Not everybody wants to do that. Of course, I understand that. But, when you did 26 years in prison, you really seize the initiative, or at least that's what I have to do every day. Seize the initiative to create opportunities that don't exist. That's what I encourage you to do. And I also encourage you, if you're watching this on a YouTube channel, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can get more information in the show notes below. You can hear us on iTunes, or you can visit our website at compliancemitigation.com or prisonprofessors.com. But we give away a tremendous amount of free information with hopes of teaching and inspiring people so that they can achieve their highest objectives every single day. I am Michael Santos, and on behalf of our entire team, I want to thank you, because we believe in you and we want to see you succeed and have a higher potential. And you could help us just by sponsoring, subscribing to us or liking us on Facebook. And if you want more information in our YouTube channel or in our banners, you could just click the banner and get all types of details that we think will be helpful to you. Thanks again for being a part of our group. On January the 10th, 2021 at 9:24, I am signing off and getting back to work.